Oh, thank you. Let me see. So, greetings. I think I'm live now. Yeah, just keep blinking. Okay, there you go. So, greetings. How everybody doing? We know. Happy in the building. Coming with information much needed, much unknown information that is not given. I'm a holistic teacher. Holistic being alternative ways to heal the body with more natural incentives, um, natural methods, natural techniques to not just heal the outside of the body, but everything starts within. So a lot of holistic healing activities that you can be involved in has a lot to do with reconstructing the cellular makeup of your body, strengthening your blood, strengthening your veins, strengthening the mind muscles, and like regenerating new cells because I think it's it's like 400 billion cells or 400 some cells break off every day within your body and start anew. So every day throughout the day, cells are breaking off within your biological makeup and making anew. So it's constantly going. So what I do is bring to the table some techniques that we can use: Reiki, Tai Chi, Qigong, Pranayam, um, getting to know our natal side of ourselves through astronomy or cosmology, and what else? Tarot card readings. I make personalized weekly schedules according to your biological makeup and how your electromagnetic field work. I give you all these things in detail, weekly schedule, so you can get started on that inward work. I also make personalized hand T-shirts, and I have enlightenment tools. I make personalized crystal chains, and right now, thank everyone. I appreciate the value in you. I see the value in you, just like you see the value in me. So, with that being said, let's get into it. The topic is about um breathe. 365 versus 360. 365 degrees versus 360 degrees. Now, again, we have a lot of holidays, holy days that we do not participate in, and a lot of other pagan holidays we do. So these topics are not to shun anyone. These topics is not to call out anyone. These topics is nowhere near to judge anyone with where they're at on their journey. This is where I'm at on mine, and I really feel honored and privileged to be able to give some of our people information that is unknown to us. So I give this information with all due respect. This is just another way to where we can add what we already celebrate. Okay, what we already celebrate, how we already put these pagan holidays on blast when we added and took out and put our own traditional patterns within them, except something always comes from somewhere else. And see, that's the part that we don't know. So what it is just adding to what you already celebrate, as well as the celebration will be of your ancestors, of your foremothers and fathers, of some traditions that were lost and long forgotten, and in a great space right now with the age of Aquarius coming into being to reawaken those traditional patterns that has helped our people for thousands on millions on trillions of years. So with that being said, 360, 365, let's go into this real quick with mathematics. We are told that it's 12 months in a year. Okay, 12 months is in a year. That's 365 days, right? So we all was also told that life goes in a circle, that life starts It's a cycle. It's a cycle. So we told that life goes within the circumference of a 360-degree circle. So with that being said, if we are in a 360-degree cycle of being, 360 degrees in this circle, how do I add the extra 5? That's the question. Being mathematically impossible. If that is the premises or the basis of a time structure, and not from me and not from man, from way back when the first records of man time taking were taken during Tahuti. Tahuti is known as the great mathematician, the great architect. Um, he was the first masonry in everything. When it comes to astrology, astronomy, the list is really long. So he brought those things to Earth and showed the inhabitants of Earth how to use them. So the first calendar that our ancestors were indulged in is called the Rosarian calendar. So the Rosarian calendar, according to our ancestors, just like the cycle, and life is in cycles, we as women have babies in 9 months. So in 9 months, a cycle has started, at the most 10. So according to the Rosarian calendar of our ancestors, we have literally 10 months within a year. And what had happened is Julius Caesar changed the calendar, and then further up, Gregory Pope switched the solar calendar into a side, or some people pronounce it sidereal or sidereal, and they made some alterations to the calendar itself, the 10-month calendar. So this is why we have 12 months, and it started with 9 months. So now, giving you an example of how the 360 became 365. Gregory Pope wanted to give honor to his wife, Janice, and how he did that was gave her a month. So the month January comes from the original name Janice, the Greek name Janice, Gregory Pope, uh, uh, baby mama. So basically, he gave that to her, and she also had a partner by the name of Fervel. So Fervel is February. Now July was added also because July is a part of Julius Caesar's name. So he definitely put his month in there. So we can do another example because a lot of things start in Latin, Moorish Latin. You know, they don't want to put none of our ethnicities or our dominance or our frequency on nothing that they know that they have adopted or stole from us. So this is where we do the collective work together and peel back the layers and start learning the etymology or just the sequence of how things came into play right now. So fast forward, you know what I'm saying? We have 9 months, 10 months. The Rosarian calendar is what we honor. The cycle of life is what we honor. The cycles of nature is what we honor. So our calendar starts March the 21st. Okay? Over in Egypt, they'll start June the 21st, which is the summer solstice. We have four main holy natural phenomenal days that we are supposed to celebrate in honoring of the seasons themselves. And once we start like learning why we were giving a false calendar to even go against the grain of our calendar, it's because they know how important the electricity and the energy and the frequency of the body is, and not from the outside in, from the inside out. So if I can continue to disturb the patterns of your cellular structure, if I continue to scramble your mind like a fucking egg, then that means that your biological clock or your circadian rhythm is off. And circadian rhythm is these uh bu- 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 it's responsible for the sleeping cycles of your body. It's responsible for the uh the steady flow of your body. So the calendar that we celebrate, January the 21st, and I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. I mean, January the 1st, because that is really a Greek holiday that has nothing to do with your identity. How we switch things up is cool. What I'm saying is just add to the pot of gumbo that you done already been rocking with. You know, start adding some main ingredients of your ancestors, and let's see how easily the ingredients or the aroma of what you cook and change. And the unnecessary things in that pot that no longer goes would definitely be removed. And you'll start adding more of the ingredients of your ancestors and start adding more of the flavors of your foremothers and fathers. And then you have a pot of gumbo that's stirred within your DNA structure. So you can give to your seeds, okay, of creation. So this again, January the 1st is winter. It's a part of the sidereal calendar. It's a tropical calendar. So uh, I'm not going to get into the equinox because we just celebrated the winter equinox December the 21st. And it's a biblical story to that. So what I'm going to do is continue on on YouTube so I can go into details so I can be able to read. I really don't like taking people time. So I'm really talking fast just to like get this not over with, but I hate rushing. So the fact is, people, my people, January the 1st is in the winter. We are solar beings. We are tropical beings. That means that off the flip, it's cold in January. It's winter. And according to our stories of the old, this is a time of development to sit still. This is a moment to take inventory. This is a moment like the hibernation of bears, you know, putting in a new plan or taking in some things that needs to be necessary in thought and removing a lot of thought processes that no longer needs to be there. So we are supposed to be in a still moment because everything in the winter dies. Everything is cold. Everything is lacking life. So what you do is in a regeneration mode with your body. And when spring comes, March 21st, you spring into action. And you take all that energy that you have stored within you during the winter season, and then you bring that into fruition. And this is how you get synchronized. Look, this is how you align yourself with the energies, y'all. This is how you align yourself. So again, two fingers. You have any questions? Inbox me. Still working on my website. I have a lot of things I offer, I have a lot of things to give, but most importantly, I want to spread a message of upliftment, of self love, of knowing thyself, and learning some things of tradition that has been long forgotten. So, y'all know what it is. Holla back. Salud.